Hello there, YouTube. We're going to take a break from the Roadtrek search part of things. Had a situation happen today where I ran out of propane. I wasn't in a position where I could go get it filled up. I needed to cook something. What did I do? Well, I made an alcohol stove. So let me show that to you. Now, at one time or another, everybody's probably seen the videos of people making soda can stoves, and that's what this is. It's not really a soda can, it's a Starbucks double shot espresso coffee can, little one-serving coffee can. And that's interesting because I needed to make coffee. So there you go. I took a empty can, I cut it down, drilled holes in it, filled it with alcohol, and put my pan on it, filled it with water, boiled some water, and made myself a cup of coffee. These are something that's fairly easy to make. I'll do a little tutorial on them. But I wanted to show you the alcohol stove in action, and for really about $2, I'm back in business until I can get some propane. So let me show you the stove. So here are the parts that constitute the stove. We have the green thing is just a trivet to put the stove on in case it gets hot. That'll keep it from burning anything underneath. The stove, the bottle in the background has got alcohol in it. I used denatured alcohol. The screen thing is the pot holder. That's what keeps the pot up away from the flame, and of course the yellow thing is the igniter, like we all use to light our stoves. So let me show it to you all set up. This is what it looks like when it's in burn mode. And then we'll take a pot. I don't have any water in it yet, but you just take a pot and put it on top. I'll pour some water into it and get some water boiling for that cup of coffee. So here we go. It's easy to light. There we go. We got a flame going now, and it will bloom here in a second. There we go. We got a little edge bloom going. Now we'll put our pot holder on and put our pot of water on here. And with water boiling in here, it's a little hot right here, but down here there's no heat. It's just warm. Let's take a look and see how our water is doing. Rolling boil. You can almost see the pattern of the stove on the bottom of the pan. Anyway, hot enough for me to make some coffee, so that's what I'm going to do. As you can see, the stove is burning out. Essentially, to put the stove out, you just smother the flame with, I just used a Coke can. You can use anything just to smother the flame, and boom, it's out. Now, I'll leave the stove cool. It'll cool off in about 2 or 3 minutes and be cool enough to put away. And when I'm done with it, I just store it up here in the overheads with, canned goods and stuff like that. And I keep the fuel with it. That way I don't have to go looking for the fuel. And it's little trivet. Everybody just kind of sits there in one little lump. I can also fit it back into the stove pans. If I want to put it in there, it'll fit in there too. Just one more thing to take out when I want to cook, so unless I need it, I keep it up there. So there you have it. Alcohol stove, boiling water, cup of coffee, we're good. That particular kind of a stove is called a capillary hoop stove. It's fairly simple to make, and the good thing about it is it only takes one can to make it, and you don't need any glue or adhesives or anything to seal it up. It'll pretty much seal up itself. You can use a little glue around the top. Not glue, it's JB Weld they call it. It's like a two-part epoxy. And I'll probably do that just to seal it up tighter, but as you can see, it's working fine. And it burns long enough for me to take my little frying pan and put it on the pot stand and scramble an egg in the morning. Of course, I don't have any wind inside the van. If you had wind, you'd want to, add a little protection around the screen. If you were cooking outside, you'd want to add a little windscreen so the flame didn't go out and you got all the heat up to the pan. But other than that, fairly simple. We probably, most people probably know what they are, but I just thought I'd show you the one that I made. Get the alcohol at Home Depot or any hardware store, so fuel's readily available. And it takes about an ounce. It'll run about, maybe 8 or 9 minutes on an ounce. And that's plenty of time to get a pan hot and scramble an egg or boil water. So that's it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you think it might help somebody else, share it with them. And as always, comment as you see fit. Thanks for watching, and we're going to be getting back to the Roadtrek, how I searched, found, and bought this Roadtrek, this one, and I think we're up to part 4, so stay tuned, and it'll be right around the bend here. Thanks for watching. So long.